from that point, but it's like, dude, this is a foul, fucked up system. Like, and the reason I'm naming this shit called "Get the Fuck Out of Dodge," man. Y'all dudes, man, y'all better wake the fuck up, dude. This is system's a flop, fucked up system, dude. Like, I got done reading that shit, and for me, because I had to do a stream on it, because if I probably did it, and probably my mind wouldn't be so fucking clear. But I was steaming up that whole video while watching that whole video. Like, man, this shit is terrible, man. Like, here's the thing: I don't even have kids, and I feel sorry for dudes that gotta have it because, like, man, fuck, man, like, god damn it, we can't catch a break, man. Like even if you not a, even if you admit time, you don't need to give a fuck about the blue pill guys. Like, now I understand, like, dude, we gotta stick together, dude. Like, fuck all this race baiting bullshit. That's why I say I'm with staying free MGTOW. Like, dude, fuck all this race baiting bullshit about, man, the white man, the black man. No, man, we need to come together, bro.
So the only way that it would affect MGTOW is that if there are any MGTOW that are living with female roommates, sisters, mothers, or other family members, because the law will, it's specifically set up to break up and fuck up families. However, it can still be used if you're living with a woman on any capacity and she really
Yeah,
wants to fuck with you. All she gotta do is pick up that phone.
yeah.
And now it's no longer the issue it used to be. Now, if it goes into its own little fucked up court system, you get to lose everything, even if you're not married, even if it's just like a family member or a roommate or anything like
And it's
that.
like,
Now,
dude, this shit breaks my motherfucking heart because it's like, dude, I feel like, dude, it's like if you're a man in America, dude, this is a fucked up, flawed, fucked up system, and I feel brokenhearted every fucking day, and that's why I get mad at people who want to be like, "Man, y'all a bunch of pussies, and y'all just need to man up." I'm like, dude, you see these fucked up laws that you think about passing? Like, I keep trying to tell people. After I got done watching that video from Turf Lincoln
you have to
Monkey, I
understand
was
that mentality that they care. It's either indifference or straight up apathy, because a lot of motherfuckers are so addicted, feeling themselves on the superficial, and they don't feel themselves on the dignity level. Meaning, they hear shit about this. It's just another drop in the bucket. It's just this little abstract piece of information in the back of their mind. It's the cost of doing business. They don't give a
yeah.
fuck until it affects them. Then they're gonna start giving a fuck. And until anything affects anybody, they're just gonna be like, y'all come bitch too much. That's why, you know what, the dudes that usually be wolfing on that shit ain't never had nothing real happen to them. I mean, maybe a couple bitches broke their heart or something like that. Whatever. But
Yeah, I
nothing
mean,
significant happened to them. They don't give a fuck.
yeah,
And here's the thing: they don't give a fuck one way or another.
yeah.
They don't give a
I
fuck about the bitches as long as they get access to the bitches. And it's the cost of
I
doing
mean,
business with
yeah.
these kind of men. So
Yeah, I mean, but the thing is, like, to me, I feel like as a man in America, dude, it's like shit is getting worse, man. It's like I get fuck. What scares me now, like what scares me now. I'm like, if they pass this bill, like they pass this bill in Oklahoma, right? They add domestic violence and family courts now. Do you know how many men gonna get? Even if a man never hit a bitch, you know how many fucking fathers gonna be getting fucked over by the family courts just for the accusation alone. And you know how domestic violence is. Even if there's no evidence or proof behind it, you did the shit. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the dude automatically, you automatically labeled you as a scumbag because even if you never hit the chick not one time. And to me, I feel like what's steaming me to fuck up even more because I'm trying to be calm with this whole stream thing. What pisses me the fuck off? It's like men in America still getting married. Men in America still fucking having kids, getting in relationships, and still thinking that this shit gonna good. And I keep trying. I got done watching, reading this shit. I just gave up. I just gave up altogether, man. I'm like, dude, you know what I'm saying? Like, whatever. Cause like, and that red pill came to me because I was like, man, I gotta do a stream with my boy MA about this because this shit pissing me the fuck off right now. Like, I understand where you coming from, MA, with this whole thing. It's like, yeah, when they start, bashing, taxing guys that choose to avoid women altogether. Okay, that you need to worry about this. But dude, here's the thing: the reason I'm worried about this bill is because you know how fucked the child support laws is as it is. You know how fucked these laws are already now. Like 90% of the laws benefit the female. But the what scares me and really concerns about this fucking bill is this shit can be nationwide, man. And once this shit hit nationwide and hits every family court, because in the state of Georgia, if y'all know about the state of Georgia, child support courts is a fucked up system, man. I have, friends of mine who fucking want fathers and baby mamas sticking to their ass every which way, man. Like, I have fucking guys I know personally is going through a child support system case.
You know what though? Actually, I can kind of tell where it's going to go. So if that happens and it goes nationwide, then there's going to be this. It's not going to seem relatable at first, and it'll probably go under the rug. And a lot of motherfuckers, except for really clever or not clever, but really adept MGTOW and maybe MRA to a certain extent, looking at it will tell. So that'll be the first thing, and then they're going to change the common laws in America, meaning that they're probably going to shorten the time or change the conditions on which it looks like for you to be legally married to a bitch, so that the two can relate, so that that woman via the state can extort more money from you. That's what it's going to be. It's fucking open season. It's open season on the robots, and society looks at men as robots. And guess what? They're like, you got to look at this shit as like a science fiction story, except you're not the human trying to make these moral decisions on like this sentient being, like these new robots. Motherfucker, they think we're the robots, and they always
like the thing with, yeah. I mean, but the thing is, for me, I feel like this, for me, and just for me, if you a guy, you still believing in love, man, and you still trying to get married, wife and kid, dude. I'm pretty sure some you four guys is viewing this. If you guys watch that video, and if you guys tell me 1 second, y'all get discouraged reading that, watching that video from Turn Flicking Monkey. Y'all guys in a rude fucking awakening. And it's like, to me, to go back to what I was saying, I'm not gonna, bro, I want to talk about the situation that happened on Stay Free Mental last stream this past Saturday with the SBI Latino thing. But it's like, when I see guys get married and I see fucking, guys lining up, thinking they done found a new wall and they done found, I got the great girl and everything, dude, it's all way, like, I look at that bill and I'm like, dude, you know how many men lives are gonna be ruined behind that fucked up bill, and yet still you still have dumbass idiots lining the fuck up and saying, you know what? Yeah, I want to get in line and have my life fucking ruined and just deal with this shit. Let me tell you something, man. The reason why I'm fucking steaming,
they don't care, or they think they're smarter. All right. Here's one thing that you're leaving out of the equation. So, in addition to all the feminist fuckery and the erosion of the family and this, that, and the third, there was another phenomenon happening that's kind of ubiquitous in the West. It was selling wolf tickets on the wrong kind of special snowflake individualism, where every motherfucker, not just women, purrs to think that he's different, he's special, and that he can get away with shit. He's not going to take L's in life, or she's not going to take L's in life, and that you're almost entitled to fucking the perfect shit, right? And if something goes wrong, there's a drug for that. There's some pills for that. Something else goes wrong, there's a therapist for that. The rapist, the rapist, therapist, the fucking, so basically a whore. It's a mental whore. You got to go someone pay them to talk about your problems. That in itself is a symptom of society. That shouldn't even be a position where you have to pay someone to be a human being to you. That shouldn't even exist, but it's so normalized that we take it for granted. Like, oh yeah, that makes sense.
Dude, and for me, dude, it breaks my fucking heart, dude. It's like, I see these bills, just the thought alone, them passing that shit, like, dude, like, the people I don't understand. I talk about this all the time. I'm starting to look at, I was reading articles about Greece and how Greece fell apart the terms, and how everything is, how Greece is so fucking, every bill is so pro-feminist and pro-female. It's like reading that type of shit would fucking discourage you, but watching that video, just hearing that video, Turn Flicking Monkey talk about that shit, like, that shit broke my heart. Like, man, dude, like, I care about men. Like, that's why I do this channel, man. I do this channel because I genuinely care about MGTOWs, if you black, white, whatever. I love all my MGTOW brothers, man, no matter what race you are. You know what I'm saying? Like, I care about men. And when I see these fucking bills get passed, whether you're from the left, whether they're on the right, or the left, they come up with these bills. And what pissed me off even fucking more, it was a dude. It was, I think, it was some Republican guy. He fucking passing this shit on. It was a guy behind the bill too. So I'm like, you know what, man? I just fucking, that shit gets steam me the fuck up every goddamn time I hear these bills get passed and there's some dude involved. I'm like, I guess these male politicians really want to cause anarchy, and it's like, my thing for me is the fact that for you guys out there, man, you better get the fuck out of Dodge, man. You better get the fuck out of Dodge, run, duck, and hide, man. Because it's like, for me, but one of my biggest fears is, and on just the point what you were saying, I think one of my biggest fears is now, because with MGTOW becoming more of a thing now, some some of mainstream got her, especially with Vice, that bitch ass article for Vice and shit like that. Like MGTOW becoming a thing now. I think with this bill, well, I'm pretty sure they're gonna pass that shit. It's gonna get passed.
I'll already tell you what's gonna happen to MGTOW. So here's the thing: a lot of cats that haven't paid attention because they're too fucking busy on their own message. They're too busy, doing community building, which is cool. This, that, and the third. Or sometimes they're too busy not giving a fuck and they're not interacting with anybody at all, and they're like on some next level, not interfacing with nobody. MGTOW shit. But at the end of the day, the message will be co-opted. There was never a fucking there's not a timeline or a fucking alternate reality where something like MGTOW would not eventually be co-opted. So here's the thing.
Yeah.
This shit will be co-opted, and by the time they're done co-opting it, they're gonna put bitches in it, and it's gonna look a lot like fucking some typical dime a dozen gynocentric edgelord shit. And guess what? They'll do it. They'll do it perfectly. There'll be whole fucking entire TV shows with MGTOW kind of like dudes. That'll be the butts of jokes, unless they redeem themselves and put a bit
in it. Yeah.
Deep game, that's what they're going to do. So here's the thing. The reason why they have to do that is because MGTOW on its own became a message that will not be ignored forever. And for a long time, a lot of cats were sleeping, but here's the thing. They're not sleeping no more. So now they're going to absorb it into the mainstream. And when that happens, it means that the core message is going to be lost. It's going to stop benefiting men. Motherfuckers ain't gonna even realize it's a thing. Even when they see a caricature of a MGTOW on television, or they read about it, or whatever, they're not gonna recognize it unless they already, kind of recognize it early on. And that's just the fucking way it is. This is how this is the ebb of culture.
Yeah, I mean, it's like for me, dude, just I'm brokenhearted, man. Like I'm fucking broken, dude. I feel broken, dude. And even though I don't engage in relationships at all, so I'm not really worried about this fucking bill. But it's like even if that's not the case, it's like I look at these bills and I just think, okay, you know what? With the marriage rate declining in America, I'm like, are they trying to separate the fucking genders? Are they trying to separate men and women? Because it's fucking working.
Yes, they very much fucking are. They absolutely, without a doubt, are.
And it's like,
here's the thing:
people don't realize.
A lot of different cats think a lot of different things about them. Oh, it's cultural Marxists wanted to set shit up since back in the day. Communism, this, that, and the third. Oh no, it's just feminism. It has nothing to do with that. Like, you know what? Time for speculation, time for analysis. All that shit is kind of coming past. The writing's on the wall. Whether you want to write it up on some fucking hardcore abstract pseudo-intellectual shit, some sort of theorem, or you just want to fucking look around the fucking world and peep game. Doesn't matter which way you slice it, man. The writing's on the wall. Yeah. So if you're still kind of motherfucker, like, you know what? Still got to put a bitch in it. Still got to put my dick in that bitch and put a bitch in it. Then,
and that's what I'm saying. And that's for me,
bro. At this point, what the fuck else are we gonna say? What else are we gonna do?
Yeah, and to me, I feel like to me as a guy, if these the bills they're proposing in the future, man, I fear for society, dude. Because to me, this is getting to some fucking anarchy type of shit. Like, come on, dude. Like,
but here's the thing, peep game on this shit. So, the part of the cycle of fear mongering, which they've been doing for a long fucking time, it's the nature of propaganda, is always some next level shit to make you afraid of. Right?
Yeah.
So here's the thing. If you're always afraid of some next level shit, it's going to be more difficult to realize that you're already in that motherfucking dystopia. You're already on the plantation. So when you keep on tripping like, oh shit, it's going to get worse, it's going to get worse, it's going to get worse, you're not even going to understand into the fact that you're already there.
Yeah.
You're already fucking there. Like, so how much worse can it fucking get? They'll have something worse after that. Best believe. That's the whole nature of this shit. This is how you fucking. This is how you sort the cattle out.
Yeah.
This is how you. Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, I feel like to me, and it's like for me, it's like my thing is for me, dude. Just I'm broken, dude. Like to be honest with you, dude, it's like I kiss every time because I watch a lot of MGTOW content. Staying Free sits your channel. I watch a lot of MGTOW content. You know, Messenger Rising. I watch a lot of dope MGTOW channels. Right. And Turf League Monkey from time to time. I don't watch a lot of his stuff. Watching his latest video he just loaded up hours ago talking about that domestic violence shit. That shit is a scary. Let me tell you something, man. I thought yes means yes was a fucked up law. Was a fucked up bill they passed. Way out of hand, man. And for me, dude, I'm trying to tell you dudes out there, you MGTOWs out there, you guys out there, MGTOW, you ain't got to worry about this shit. But if you a blue pill simp and you still thinking that you don't found the wall and these laws will get better and you don't found the one, man, you your ass from the rude awakening. You are in the feminine, you are in the apocalypse, man. Hell is about to raise up. You already in hell. But they keep making this shit worse, and I keep trying to tell people all the time. Every day, every time I hear about some brand new article, whether it's in California, but no matter what state it's in, and it's about some chick about everything is pro female, and every bill they come out is for the women only, and it benefits the women, no men. I just like, you know what? I'm so glad I'm MGTOW, but my biggest for me is, dude, is like, if I think that, for me, this is my thought. I was thinking about this shit today. I was thinking about you know, MGTOW, like if it ever hit mainstream, which it already has. So, like you said, they're gonna put some women in, they're gonna fuck it up. But the thing is, I feel like that bachelor tax shit, I think they got that bill. I think that bill is in the works right now. They just ain't passed it yet. They just haven't passed it yet. But I think that, you know, with MGTOW hitting the mainstream of like men saying, you know what, I'm checking out of the system. Like, to me, going monk, but shit, you ain't even fucking Gary. You ain't that shit wouldn't even work. Shoot, if they keep passing these laws to keep it. Here's the thing: when he said they gonna put domestic violence in family courts, I said, you know what, dude, man, I thought family courts was fucked up. Now, shit, just imagine how many fucking fathers can get financially fucked by a court system. They don't even give a fuck. And deep down inside, I don't even give a fuck about the mother. They don't even give a fuck about the kid. All they really want the money out of the situation. And it's like, dude. And if you a man in America and you still want to have kids, what the fuck are you on, man? You need to wake the fuck up and wake the fuck up and realize, dude, the shit is worse. It's
you know, I'm no longer co-signing that message. So and I used to say this before, but now I got to double down. I'm not in this anymore to save blue pill motherfuckers, because blue pill motherfuckers are not like they have no interest to save anybody, including themselves. And so at a certain point is that you spread a message along for those that can hear it.
Yeah.
If they can't hear it, fuck them. It's simple as that. Because when they can't hear it to that level, it's not that they can't understand or digest the shit. It's because they reject it and you're enemy now. How dare you make a motherfucker question his own male nature? How dare you make a motherfucker question his mother's and his daughters and his sister's nature? How dare you do that shit? We all trying to live on some other shit. We all trying to get money and bitches. Like, who the fuck are you to take me out of that?
And it's like, for me, I'm getting to and for me, MA, I'm getting to that point too. It's like, I'm with these laws passed and these guys to continue to get married. I'm like, I put my hands up and let's say that's what they want to do. If they want to get fucked in the ass really by a fucked up system, go ahead, man. I'm here to help those MGTOWs and help those guys that want to go their own way, and guys that really want to get self-discovery, learn male discipline, learn basic discipline. Like my last stream I just did, you know, my last 2 streams I did, know your purpose and, you know, live life for you. Whatever, like I'm about mental improvement, man.
I don't need a liability. Here's the thing, man. Like if we're building to something, whether it's a friend, now in 2017, or it's somebody I'm going to be, you know, doing some extra projects or making other kind of moves with in a couple of years, I don't want no friends that are a liability. If you got to convince a motherfucker that much about some just regular old knowledge, if they're that fucking hard headed, I don't want that motherfucker around anyway, because he's a goddamn liability. He's gonna get someone killed. Fuck that dude. Simple as that.
Yeah, I mean, and I'm getting to that point, and I'm saying to add on to you bring to the conversation that Staying Free MGTOW was had with SBI. The reason why he was like, well, what about the other men? Like, no, look, if those idiots ain't trying to look in that blue pill world, they want to be. I don't even say blue pill no more. They want to be stuck in the matrix. They want to be stuck in the matrix. They want to live in this world that's not really fucking real. Let them go ahead. They want to get fucked over. Let them get fucked over. I'm just here to say I'm taking my message to those people that's going to listen. I'll say something to you. You listen to it. You take the advice and run with it. But for me, I just gave up a long time ago, man. This shit break my fucking heart. Staying Free MGTOW, what's happening, man?
Sounds like some people are waking the fuck up, huh?
Damn it,
Maybe
man.
motherfuckers are starting to listen.
They should. I like do. I've said shit like this. Like number one, they're gonna double down on it. They're always gonna do that shit. It's
Saw the
going
video.
But actually, hold on. I'm talking out of my ass because I don't know what happened. What happened?
It was like it's a video Turf League Monkey just uploaded a minute ago. I think a couple hours ago, and he was talking about "Okay is not okay." The name of the video, and he was talking about like Oklahoma talking about taking domestic violence and put it in the family courts. And he was
They already signed it into action. It's going to happen in November, and so it'll probably catch on. Like yes means yes. You know, statutes caught on nationally. So basically, it means that it's another way. It's going to be like a specialized. It's going to be a streamlined way to fuck over men. That's all it is. Like it's even worse than it could be.
Yep.
You know. So, but here's the thing. I'm trying to slow No Filter down just a little bit. I'm not saying he shouldn't be pissed. I'm just saying is that, you know, we got to stop being so goddamn reactive to the fear mongering, because that's exactly what they want us. They want us all up in our feelings.
They can kiss my motherfucking ass. They're gonna do this shit no matter fucking what.
They're like, no matter what. However, you already live in the dystopia. There ain't no fucking collapse. We're already in the middle of that shit. Why are we acting like it's like? Why are we acting like the apocalypse is gonna happen, motherfucker? It already happened. Everything's broken. What the fuck? What are we talking about? So that's the thing is if you finally accept how fucking, you know, Howard Dare actually kind of dropped game on this in his own really super friendly way. He was like, you know what? Shit's already fucked up, right? So what are you gonna do about it? Are you going to be defeated from it, or are you just gonna swallow that shit and keep moving on? Because that's what men do. We ain't got no choice right now. We already in the collapse. What are we gonna do? We're gonna rebuild civilization when come on.
I keep trying to tell a lot of motherfuckers. A lot of men don't get it. See, that's why I look at them and I can see the dissonance in their brain of exactly how they're doing this. Now, so you add the domestic violence to the family court. And so within that situation now, just even a live-in bitch or some bitch you just fuck with, now that gets handled there. And they're really like, I was listening to y'all earlier, yes, they're really good at siphoning money away. They love doing that. They want the money to be funneled through them and to take care of the bitch. People have went into this a long time before. And so, yeah, they don't understand. They're like, but I need to. I'm like, no, you want to, you stupid motherfucker. You want. And then here's the thing they don't get. After that happens, no one can save you. That's it.
Nah, man. I mean, it's so fucking bad. Like, I mean, I knew it was bad. I knew it was bad. I knew it was bad. I mean, I knew it was living in fucking apocalypse already. But like, dude, they already signed this bill. In effect, if I was doing Oklahoma, I'd get the fuck out of Dodge, man. I'll be leaving Oklahoma, man.
There's nowhere you can go. I keep trying to tell, because it's gonna happen there too. In fact, even the quote TFM, he said it a long time before. He's like, it's basically happening everywhere, just at the frequency. You know what I mean? That could be a little different, but it's happening, period.
And I think I would say people go MGTOW, but shoot, I mean, that shit probably fucking being dead. They're gonna probably fucking find ways to attack us down the road. So it's like,
yeah, I've said that. I said that shit before.
We're already more demonized than anything you can imagine. Name something that you think is fucked up and evil, and try to explain to me how it's more demonized than MGTOW right now. But
like, Jesus Christ, you think the manhunt? I'm not bullshitting about that. That's gonna be a real fucking thing. They're gonna pressure down. They're gonna put that foot. They're gonna put more pressure on that foot on that fucking neck.
Yeah.
Like I heard you talking about the common law thing. Well, yeah, duh. They're like 7 years. No, fuck that shit. We got to make that shit 1 or 2.
Damn.
In fact, fuck it. Let's make it a couple months. Let's do that. And even the states that don't have common law, they're like, no, we need to bring that shit back.
Nah, man, that's some dangerous ass shit, man. And it's like, God damn it, dude. It's like every time I fucking think the laws won't get better, the laws get better. The laws won't get no worse. They pass them every goddamn day, and it's always for some reason to me. And I had to do this string for some reason because I'm for me, dude. We ain't safe, man. You better, but just duck and hide, nigga, and just fucking find safe space, and you hope you don't get killed in the process, man.
Yo, I think this is an old proverb, but it's poignant, right? It's some poignant shit. It's this, that the only true safety lies in the heart of danger.
Yeah.
What does that mean to you when you hear some crazy bugged out shit like that? The only true safety lies in the heart of danger. It's the acceptance of your death. It's the acceptance of your death and pain in this life, and it's the acceptance it's gonna happen anyway. So fuck it. Don't live by anybody else.
Anybody got a link to that goddamn bill? Like, I'm trying to find it.
Oh, let me hold on a second. Wait a minute. Let me
do some Lewis shit.
Lewis
will probably beat me to it though. Watch.
He's already got it. He just go copy and paste the shit.
Ooh, damn, it's fucking crazy, man.
Let's see, where is
some
it?
Strong shit.
What?
Let me here it is. Oh, here it is. Let me copy and paste it.
A lot of this shit is about breaking men, so they actually go
where
they can interpret red pill shit, but they take it a different direction. And instead of like, hey, this is good shit. I'm gonna be and do some self-actualization shit. I'm gonna be over here doing my thing. That's not what they want you to do. They want to break you so much. They want you to fucking see the red pill, and then they want you to go buck the fuck wild.
Did anybody even
fuck everybody else over?
These niggas are so goddamn aware. Did anybody see this shit that the Oklahoma passed? Nobody saw this? The other one? Like, what the fuck? All right, so basically, it's a House Bill 1466 by, of course, Elise Hall. Of course, a bitch did it. Would allow the victim of domestic violence to transfer wireless, telephone, and utility accounts to their name when the account was in the name of the alleged abuser. So they don't even have to find out they're fucking guilty. It's like, nope, you're accused. So now the shit that was going on, like you had all this, you had the electricity, all that shit going on in that place. Well, now it's in this bitch's name. And you're just out. What the fuck?
Dude,
I mean, what? And by a vote of 10 versus 0. They're just like, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Dude. What the fuck?
If you're a man in America, if you're a dude in Oklahoma and you still engaging in that type of shit, I don't feel sorry for you, dude. You just got to learn the hard way, man. Like, this is some ridiculous shit.
So basically, gynocentrism as itself is doing exactly as everyone has said it would, and they're just doubling down on the gynocentric. We need to protect the women's from these evil men. Wow. All right, wait. Which one was this one? No, I'm looking for the other one. Where's it at? No, I'm trying to find what the fuck is that? Huh. So yeah, like that was just a little taste right there of what it really is. Yeah. So if motherfuckers think that shit's, it won't affect me, I'm special, I can beat this shit, I'm so fucking smart, motherfucker, I can do a backflip. Did you know about that? That doesn't mean anything. I don't mean shit. That's saving you. No one's going to save you because you gotta remember, you're terrible. You're a man. So automatically you did some horrible shit to a woman. That's the worst thing you can ever do in your life. So, fuck you.
Dude, it's like, I just gave up, dude. It's like, for me, and I think, whatever, but like, man, look, I just wait for anarchy to fucking happen and just call it a goddamn day, dude. Because be honest with you, dude, and it's like, if you would do, you still engaging in this type of shit. Oh,
see, MA said it best, actually. A lot of the guys that come around, they won't listen to saying all this bullshit. You say you got all these different people talking to them, all these different things, and they just still won't fucking listen. Well, the problem you find out about with hard-headed motherfuckers like that is they actually have to learn from experience, and nobody wants them to go through that actual fucking experience. They start lashing out. But the thing is, I'm trying to tell you, motherfucker, it's a bad idea, horrible idea. Because once that shit happens, there's nothing you can do.
I mean, it's like to me, I would think to myself, like, for me, it's like me, especially me being MGTOW. I'm so fucking glad I went MGTOW a long time ago, because just looking at these laws, I'm like, man, relationship, man, I couldn't,
My thing is, if they would just learn a little self-discipline and actually really look at things for what they fucking are. Stop with the veil. Stop with those little chemical highs. Just going ahead and just blinding the shit out of you. Stop with that I'm fucking special mentality. I can outbeat anything. Cut the shit. Look at it for what it really fucking is. It's one-sided as hell. And guess what? The men are the ones doing this shit too. They just basically giving bitches the power, like, yeah, subjugate those punk ass bitches. They deserve that shit, but y'all won't do it to me, right?
And what these politicians don't realize, they keep helping these feminists pass these damn anti-male laws. Like, they can get fucked over royally too, because guess what happened? Your wife can do it to you. So it's like,
basically House Bill 1121 by State Representative Ryan Martinez and Senator Stephanie Bice, whatever. Of course, you got to put a bitch in there. Integrated Domestic Violence Court. Yep. Oh, look, it passed 88-3.
Damn.
Oh yeah. Oh,
I'm reading some of these penalties.
This cheery little bitch right here. Oh, you can see the simp all over this motherfucker's face. Oh, special court system. Oh, they do. They have particular knowledge of domestic violence situation. Particular. What the fuck? Hey, I was just y'all can read it. Y'all can read this article yourself.
I read some of these penalties and they kind of fucking harsh, man. God damn it. What the fuck? Up to 10 years or fine up to 5,000. What the fuck, 10 years? Man, I'm sorry, man.
I'm not. See, the thing is, it sounds like I'm gloating. That shouldn't be the type of voice I have on right now. It's one of those, like I said it before. It's like, yeah, man, I predicted how bad shit would get. It's gonna get fucked up. Hell yeah, it was right. Wait, hold up. What? I knew it was gonna blow up. Dumb motherfucker, that's not a good thing. Oh, dude, but the thing is, I'm trying to tell motherfuckers it's not a good thing.
And then you got the clown of a president passing laws every two goddamn seconds. I'm like, man, you a man in America, dude, just duck and hide, man. Just get the fuck out of Dodge, man. I just can't believe that these laws are getting this ridiculous, man. Like, I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? I guess they really want men to get upset, because you really going. I said, but in a way, to me, how I'm really gonna I'm gonna try to look at the bright side to it. The bright side to it, you can get a lot of MGTOWs. Shit is like the marriage rate is gonna climb, the birth rate is gonna climb. I'm pretty sure you're gonna have some blue pill dudes out there that gonna fucking still be none of these crazy assholes, but still, like.
Oh no, I talked to a nigga today who got 3 baby mamas.
So I mean, you still have
he's still he's still on the hunt. 3 of them.
Yeah, you still have it. Yeah, you still have idiots who gonna fucking try to get a chick pregnant, who still gonna be fucking these hoes raw and shit. So those idiots I ain't really worried about. The ones I'm really worried about is the ones that just trying to live a normal life and it just get really fucked up about the court system. I don't give a fuck about them, man. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck is going on here, man. It's like, it seems like to me every day it's like apocalypse happen now, man. Because it's like now this shit getting utter ridiculous, and it's like,
I don't really want to use the word apocalypse because,
but not apocalypse, but like something.
Everybody thinks like it's gonna be like this mass death going on, and I talk about it. It's like I remember reading about it a long time ago, the way the human brain works, and how it takes in information in a story format. And so you get to the middle and everyone's always like, well, it's in now. It's time for it to all be done. And it's like, no, sorry. Actually, this shit is going to still keep going. I'm sorry. It's going to still keep going. You don't get to turn it off like a light switch.
How are we in any more trouble as MGTOW than we were before?
Here's the thing. See, the thing is, that's why I never wanted that mainstream talking of MGTOW or any of that bullshit. It really annoys the flying fuck out of me, because when it comes down to it, the blame will always be put on men. But see, here's the thing: if they can ever find a specific group, they're like, "Oh, these motherfuckers, it's these bastards, and that shit, and da da da." But a lot of guys are so dumb; they'll take part in that witch hunt, not realizing, like, well, after that, they're just gonna say it's you too. What the fuck? Like, you motherfuckers don't understand.
This shit is an accident. I mean, none of it's coincidental. None of it is haphazard. None of it is just bad decisions by dumb people. All of this, there is an intent and a plan. A plan beyond our frame. We're not going to garner every fucking detail of what's going on.
Yeah.
All we can do is see the proof in the pudding. And the pudding tells us to step the fuck away. And if we're doing this, then we should not be reacting so much.
Yeah. But on the bright
guess what
side,
they do? Guess what they do when they see you got a heart and that you can react and that you will react? They exploit you.
Yep. Keep
But,
trying to
but
tell
on
you,
the bright side,
motherfuckers.
yeah,
Attachment
but
is
on
one
the,
of the favorite things. Oh yeah,
yeah,
people love
but
when
on the
they can
bright side.
notice your attachment.
But on the bright side, though, when they already passed the bill. So when this bill is in full effect, you know what? I hope this bill backfire on their ass and that birth rate decline like a motherfucker. I hope a lot of guys go midtown to say, you know what? Fuck these bitches and move on with the shit. Because you know what? I feel like the more they keep passing these bills, you can create a resistance that you don't want to create. Because I feel like now that I think about it. Pass more bills, pass more fucked up bills, so guys can check out of the system. Because like, here's the thing to me, man. I maybe it's me because like I was pissed off at first, and now I had time to think about it. I'm like, you know what? They create MGTOW. You creating a whole bunch. You create just like if you think MGTOW was create big, crazy down. You think MGTOW is a problem now. The more fucked up laws, bills you keep passing, the more MGTOWs you create. So a lot of those guys, I'm pretty sure most of them should wake the fuck up here, but a lot of those guys gonna wake and realize, like, man, this system is a flawed, fucked up system, and I don't need no parts of this shit. Like, I checked out the system a long time ago, but like, dude, I just think these politicians, I think these people, when they pass these bills, they don't think about the long term effect. Like, yeah,
They don't give a flying fuck.
You keep alienating, you keep trying to hurt man, you keep trying to get at man.
Also, number one, really, what is it gonna be? Like, all right, so then that means more bitches have to go to work.
Yeah.
Good. More tax dollars.
Yeah.
Sweet. Wait, so less dudes are knocking them up? Yeah. All right, so that's the population control. That's all we really needed. So now we got both of them, huge ass taxes, and yeah, this shit is working out perfectly fine. It's good. It's manageable.
Yeah.
And our budget is bigger, so we can keep doing more shit.
Yeah. I mean, and think about it, you got that dumbass clown as a president. He gonna be fucking go along with the shit. So I mean, I can only see the future for men, like for men.
Oh yeah, I want to do that. I know it's your channel, but a video I watched, the guy's name is Dan Regal. I'm gonna see if I can get a link to his channel and put it in here. He did a video that I was listening to earlier, and I'm like, holy shit, this motherfucker gets it. God damn. And it's dope. And where? Oh shit, I can't find it. Wait a minute. No, there it is. This is his take on the waltz. And you know, I don't know where this dude came from, how long he's been around, but yo, he's coming in and he's just straight crushing this shit. No hesitation, off the cuff, just killing it. Where's that? Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, man. You gotta. I just think, to me, dude, I might do. If I was a guy, right, I'm telling guys, right, I'm telling you MGTOWs out there, you guys in the chat, and you guys, you know, you from future MGTOWs out there, just don't engage at all, man. Just leave them the fuck alone.
Focus on yourself.
Engage at all. Yeah, to focus on yourself, man. Because it's like, that's why I do this channel, man, and that's why I be doing these streams about male improvement. Because like for me, it's like the one thing I noticed. I'm so fucking glad I'm no longer a blue pill simp, and I don't fucking engage in that shit no more. I think back, I was thinking about the other day. I was like, man, when I was a blue pill simp, I was doing everything for the female, and now that I'm a motherfucking MGTOW, and I'm like, I think for myself. I do things for myself. I validate my damn self. I do my own self validation point. It's like, I think to myself, I'm the guys know, man, guys, focus on yourself, man, because these bills, these laws, these fucked up, these bills will keep you getting passed. These bills are gonna be fucked up, and these bills will keep getting passed. And like I said before, man, you guys better fucking get the fuck out of Dodge, man, and focus on yourself, man. You know, to me, I'm full blown monk. I'm more monk lifestyle with it. I'm trying to engage at all intercourse, even in sex wise, because even hearing after this bill, dude, nah, man.
Even a blue pill dude agreed with me when I said it, and he said he's experienced it multiple times. He has a buddy that does the same shit. I'm like, number one, once you fuck the bitch, guess what? Now you're somehow supposed to be linked to this bitch. She really feels like you owe her something. Like you literally, she's entitled to your time, utility money, all that shit.
Yeah.
A lot of guys don't understand that. That's really what happens.
Yeah. I mean, it's one of those things.
Oh, and now all she has to do is say you beat the shit out of her. She can go in the other room, punch the shit out of herself.
And that's why I tell guys, like, that's why I tell guys dating is a waste of fucking time in the modern day society. Like, these laws, these fucked up laws, they fucked up bills that keep passing, they don't keep making it harder for you to engage with the opposite sex. So why would you want to fucking play a game that's risky and you know the fucking odds are stacked against you? That's why I don't engage at all. Because to me, I operate in Atlanta. And I tell you, front with the fucking with the bias court law system for what it is, like, nah, man, I ain't engaging at all with this shit. To me, dude, I just fucking duck. I just duck and how I live my life. Do what I need to do, focus on myself, and call it a damn day, man. And that's my advice to any young cat out there, man. It's like, dude, I would say fucking try to avoid them, but it's hard to fuck to avoid females when you out in the public, because it's hard as fuck to do that shit, especially you got so many blue pill motherfuckers out there kicking that blue pill advice and shit. And that's why I fucking hate when these dating coaches begin on the channels talking about how to get women and what you need to do to impress. I'm like, man, fuck your channel, man. Fuck your dating advice. Like the Dingo Manosphere, Steve Williams, all these dating coach motherfuckers, like, man, this how you need to get a female. I'm like, dude, with all these fucked up laws that keep coming on, and you giving men advice on how to get girls, you should be telling these motherfuckers to avoid these bitches like the plague, man.
What? No, that isn't. Who wants to do that? They don't want to do that. What?
Ain't no money in that. Like, ain't no attention in that. Ain't no props in that. Like, ain't nobody gonna come out. You know how few motherfuckers are. One, they're not gonna understand the shit, and then two, they're not gonna be like, "Hey, yo, I was trying to run game on this bitch the other day, but then I thought about what you said, and I walked away. Turned out the next dude, she fucked over real bad. That could have been me. Thanks, yo." You ain't never gonna hear that shit with these dudes ever. Even if it did happen, they got blinders on. They'll watch 3 of their homies fuck this broad and get fucked over. Won't say a word. Won't do a damn thing about it. One of the friends could shoot himself in the fucking head. He'd be like, I don't know what was wrong with him. Fuck out of here with that shit. Here's the thing. You know what? If it's open season on MGTOW, fuck them. Anybody who says that shit or behaves that way, it's open season on you. And if you want to come cross with that, we don't care about men shit, fuck you. We care about men that are willing to care about themselves, motherfucker. How about that shit? That's the new qualifier.
Yeah.
If you ain't caring about yourself, get the fuck out of here. You're just a dime a dozen male. Fuck you.
Yeah.
And guess what? I already coined this shit a week ago. Guess what it's called? It's called blue sandry. Blue pill simp, motherfuckers. It's a misandry toward blue pill simp, motherfuckers. Fuck y'all. Y'all keep fucking everything up for everybody. But yes, open season on you, bitch.
I mean, like I said before, you know, people need to realize, man, you guys out there, the game is a rigged fucking system. Why are you still playing this dumbass game, man? And that's why, like, for me, I had, like, the last 2 weeks, I had the last 3 weeks recurring now, but last 3 weeks, last 3 weeks, I had to let a bunch of 5 of my fucking 5 of my friends go, because, like, y'all motherfuckers are that blue pill bullshit, and I ain't got no time for it. Like, especially hearing these laws, I'm like, dude, y'all want to engage in that shit? Like I told, like my last friend, I told him when I said, I cut all ties with him. I said, dude, if you want to engage with women and stuff like that, good, man. Just leave me the fuck alone about it. You ain't finna fucking hammer with that blue pill knowledge bullshit, and just leave me the fuck alone with that shit, dude. Like, if you want to be stuck in that rock hole and chase women your whole life and seek female validation and not validate your damn self, go ahead, dude. I ain't got time for that shit, because that shit pissed me the fuck off, dude. Like, I'm really frustrated with these bills keep getting passed. And I don't keep passing them, but still, like, when enough is a fucking enough, man. It's enough. Enough is enough, motherfucking enough, man. Fellas, wake the fuck up. I don't give a fuck about them, dude. The blue pill guys, them motherfuckers can get fucked in the ass for all I care, man. You mental, I'm trying to save you guys, man, because I don't want to see none of you guys fucked up, man.
Well, my thing is they're hard-headed as fuck. Like with most dudes, you already know they'll actually probably just try to get violent with you because some mental disconnect with, like, you're attacking the women or some bullshit like that. Let's be honest, they're just literally trying to avoid it on purpose, because in their minds you're trying to, they like male competition, that subconscious thing, and their minds are like, no, he just wants the bitches for himself. It's like, all right, you obviously don't get it. Yeah, that's right. They don't fucking get it at all. Like, they literally just don't, like a motherfucker. And a lot of people, like, right now, some are still focusing on the shade being thrown. I don't give a fuck about the shade. They can kiss my ass. See, the other day, yesterday, me and Trav had a little experience. It's one of those things that reinforce exactly what the fuck it really is. And it was just a complete shit show. But after that, when I went back and analyzed it, I'm like, oh yeah, exactly. That's exactly what they do. They shame the shit out of you. They throw nothing but baseless insults and all that bullshit. Then after that, they try to go ahead and try to get you with an association of somebody who's done some heinous shit. Just smear the fuck out of you. That's their only goal, because in reality, they have nothing to say. Oh yeah, and they don't want you to talk either, because they muted the shit out of me like 1,000 times once I started up, and it was on purpose. They didn't want to hear it. They don't want to hear that logic. They don't want to hear that fact. They don't want to hear what they really know it is that they're trying to avoid so much. They don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's one of those things where I don't give a fuck anymore. You can say I don't give a fuck about this. You can say I don't give a fuck about that. Kiss my ass. All right, there's plenty of people who listen to a lot of the shit we talk around this bitch, and they are seeing it for themselves. They're growing. They're developing. They're understanding these things. They're adjusting their lives and a lot about it themselves, so they can actually have an existence that they find more favorable than just being some disposable ass male. And a lot of guys need to understand that disposability is just going to get fucking higher. That's all it really is. But it's just going to get higher in a different fashion. And so, no, they don't want to see that. Hey, you know, there's nothing I can do for you. I'll be honest. I can talk until my face turns blue, but I can't make you understand something. You can only make yourself understand something.
Yeah, I mean, you know, people got to understand, man. It's like, to me, I gave up a long time trying to help the blue pill dudes. Like when I first became MGTOW, I was like, man, maybe I can talk some sense to them. And it's like, just like you say, stay free mental. These motherfuckers are knuckleheads, man. They gotta learn the hard way. And it's like, no matter how many times they get burnt, they still gonna fucking put their hands on the stove. But that's
how many times has been said before? It's not about promotion, it's about attraction.
So it's like, my thing is,
game recognizes game. Here's the thing: only certain motherfuckers are gonna be able to get it, and that's the simple truth. And here's the thing: and if you are one of these kids, like, we need to save everybody. Most people don't want to be saved. They don't give a fuck, and they're your enemy because they don't give a fuck. These motherfuckers are all too happy to kill you, to put you in prison. But here's the thing, like, you know what? Compassion, empathy, all that shit is legit. It's dope, but it should be reserved for those that earn it, for those that are real fucking human beings. Fuck the kumbaya shit. Yo, Suit, you right. I am a tribalist motherfucker. Not the way you think, but I definitely am one. And guess what? Let's help define what that tribe is. All right, go ahead.
MGTOWs?
I'm actually pushing the triggering thing. It's not that bad, but, you know, for effect, for the heck of it, because I really don't care.
Yeah.
Man.
Dude, like, you guys, man, I'm not triggered. I'm doing a stream for you guys, man. Let you guys know shit is getting worse, man. It's already worse, but they're gonna keep passing laws and bills and stuff like that. But you guys my advice to you, just focus on yourself, man. Like, look, dude, I'm focusing on me.
Well, I was just about to put a bitch in it before I heard that article.
Yeah.
I was gonna get married, man. I was thinking about traveling to, like, I don't know, some Asian country or something, finding a doctor, marrying the bitch. I was about to do some shit.
Dude, I
be trying to tell them, like, dude, the shit is going on everywhere in every single country. It's a real fucking thing. See, the thing is, they're like, well, what about the third world countries? It's not really happening there. Well, here's the thing: the women are less educated, and actually, the breakdown of that. So yeah, they fuck more. They're more dependent on the males to bring home the money and everything. Well, in all the countries that are getting more modernized, and the women are actually pushed towards higher education than the males. Well, guess what? They don't need the motherfucker. They don't need a man at all. They really don't. Like, when they say that shit, tell you the truth, they're not lying. They don't need an individual man. They have the support of all of them. They don't give a fuck. They're getting literally supported by all men. They don't need that one individual male. That's not a thing for them. So when technically they're right what they're saying. A lot of guys don't understand that. Instead, they're like, well, no. See, she just ain't met the right one. Or no, I'll meet that bitch. I'll game her up. That bitch she's gonna be begging for me. Like, shut the fuck up, you idiot. No, because here's the thing, especially bitches like those, when the men they're talking about they actually want. See, he's what do they call him? Like the top 20% or some shit like that. That's the motherfucker they're talking about. See, that's the man they want. That's what they say. They don't need a man. They don't have to fucking settle, is what they're really saying. A lot of guys don't pay attention to it because they're some dudes are still emotionally bent on the whole thing of understanding what it really is and how, you know, women don't actually love men and blah, blah, blah. You know, some of them have still heard about that and they're trying to find ways like, well, no, what about this situation? I'm like, well, if you break it down, you'll see exactly what it really is. Those are the guys that still secretly want to go back to the plantation. They want things to get better so they can go back. And those are the same motherfuckers that actually join side with bitches on some little dumbass crusade where they're like, yeah, we're going to fix shit, while really they're just making it worse.
I wouldn't say more so it's them being emotionally bent, but more so them having a proclivity to chase those dopamine highs, to chase that oxytocin hitting the brain harder than crack cocaine. The reason these dudes are running back into the meat grinding, running back into the stove is because, let's be honest, they have boring, vapid, unfulfilled lives. They barely have hobbies. They do nothing with their time. So they spin and fill their empty, shallow life chasing these dopamine highs from sex, spending their time around women. The solution is real simple. Just have some fucking hobbies. Just have things that you enjoy in your life that will give you those dopamine highs instead of chasing tail. These dudes understand the reality, the grim reality that surrounds them, but they don't care about the risk. They want that oxytocin hitting the brain after that 3-second ejaculation.
Yeah. I mean, like I said before, man, the reason I learned this shit a long time ago, I learned this shit a long time ago. The first time I had sex, that shit was overrated. The second time, had a scare with that shit, but I came out this shit fucking untouched. But overall, like the second time I had sex, dude, I said, man, this shit ain't no fucking fun, man. Being at the clinic and you sitting there trying, whether you don't know if you got the package or not, man, that shit ain't no fun, man. I'm like, and as a guy, this shit is fucking fun. You sticking your dick in the bitch, you don't know whether she got that package or not. Or say if you do use a condom, you do like, and it's like, to me, I don't engage in intercourse no more. I'm a full-blown monk with that shit. Cause like, dude, look, I don't even give a fuck about sex no more, dude. I don't even give a fuck about that shit. Cause personally, I told myself a long time ago after that incident, I said, you know what? I'm no longer engaging into this shit
because you're not dumb. You know what happened? You're like, wait a minute, fucking is for making babies. I don't want no goddamn babies, and I don't want to have to deal with this bitch for the rest of my life.
Nah, man.
Yeah, fuck all that.
Yeah, and it's like going to the clinic on Monday, whether you know you ever got HIV or not, man. That shit ain't no fucking fun, man. And it's this dudes who fucking do this shit and fuck chicks on the regular, no condoms or with a condom, and they just do this shit like it's like a fucking, like they're doing it for sport, like is they hobby, like they getting paid to fuck bitches. Like, dude, like that shit ain't no fun. To get out of that dumbass mentality to think that you just getting your dick wet. That's all it is. You ain't doing nothing no different than what you was doing before. Like, dude, like find a fucking hobby. Find something else to do, because deep down inside, this shit don't mean nothing. Like for me, like I learned this from, like for me, I talk about when I was talking about like when the last few times I did have sex, I don't give a fuck about the chick. The chick told me I was terrible in bed. I don't give a fuck. Look, I got what I needed out of the situation, moved on with the shit, and no never won't come back ever again with that shit. That shit, look, I haven't had sex. It was like, that shit is overrated, man. It's like, and that's what I'm trying to say with, man. I want men to understand. It's like, dude, focus on your damn self, man. Fuck these motherfuckers, man. Fuck them, and they don't get it. They ain't trying to get it. And it's like, for me, I'm starting to become numb to a little bit now. When people, because I fucking everywhere I fucking go, especially when I go to family gatherings, like, oh, no filter, when you gonna get a girlfriend? You gonna get a girlfriend? And now I'm like, you stand for your mental. I'm so resistant to that shit now, to the point where I just say I don't even give a fuck. I don't even answer the question. I'm like, whatever, and just knowing and pretending never asked me the question. Now I'm becoming numb to that shit, because it's like, but overall, man, to me, dude, I just think that these bills keep getting passed, man. These bills keep getting passed, and it's like these dumbass dudes keep doing the shit. Like, how many times you gotta? If somebody told me you have an 80% chance of losing your money in a casino. Why the fuck would you go to a casino if you have an 80% chance?
What separation maintenance? Oh fuck. I'm actually reading the actual article that he got that from. In fact, I'm about to post the article in here, and then I'm going to post it also over there, because I like how they just worded that. Separation maintenance. So, yeah. See, they're pulling it all stop. See, you want to stop getting married? Well, fine. We'll find a way to make it so we got your ass no matter what.
What?
The only solution.
Go ahead, start reading the article.
It sounds like whether you do a formal or non-formal separation, that there's now a way that you have to pay out whether you're living with it or not. That's what it actually sounds like.
That's a fucked up law.
Yeah, so that's
so hey, bitch, it ain't working out. I need you to go move to your mom's for 6 months. We'll figure out if we want a divorce or not. So that used to be a thing, and then you would privately work out if you gave her money. But now it's going to be a mandate that you pay the bitch to stay at her mom's.
Now here's the thing: they don't understand it. That didn't say like marriage separation, divorce. It just said separation maintenance. That's all it said. Think about that term.
Wow. Damn.
Let me double check. Let me see if I'm looking at this right. Yeah, okay. No, because I know what I read.
That's fucked up, man.
Listen to Lauren Mongus.
I'm so glad I'm so glad I'm fucking up, man. I'm so glad I'm on.
Well, no, what? Because it says oversee protective orders, comma, divorce, comma, separation maintenance. Yeah, I know it wasn't tripping. Yeah. Literally, I'll literally copy and paste it. Doop. Right there. Take that little snippet out.
Yes, it does mean separation. It means separation before divorce.
And think about this. Just like how no-fault divorce was started by Ronald Reagan in California, this law will soon possibly eventually get passed by all the other state governors. And then next thing you know, this will be nationwide.
And guess what? MGTOW for the fucking win, you dumb motherfucker. What is wrong with dudes? What is wrong with them?
Nationwide is on your side. Stupid song. I said that shit. Nationwide will fuck you and shoot your head.
Like, my thing is, like, these a lot of the guys that talking shit about MGTOW and they just clowning all this shit. I'm like, all right, well,
yeah.
Some of them I think are mad because they are actually in that situation. There's nothing they can do. The other ones, I think they just, I don't know. They like, again, they got that special thing going on. I can out alpha this shit, man. I got this shit, dog. You know how tight my game is? You know how many bitches I pulled in one night?
I fucking hate them dudes, man.
Do you know what makes a real man? Your ability to thrust like a goddamn Neanderthal or a dime a dozen animal from the rest of the kingdom. It's not like you're an evolved fucking thing. As long as you can pump, that's you and your masculinity, bro. Fuck out of here. For real. We fucking basically it all comes like this base shit, base nature. These motherfuckers are proud that they can do the most simple fucking thing ever. Ain't no difference between taking a shit and putting your dick in a pussy, motherfucker. It's really not that different. What you doing? It's not a skill. Fuck out of here.
No, but they believe it is. It's promoted to be a skill, and they're so fucking stupid. They don't understand why that is even socially promoted in a sense, to be that braggadocious about that type of basic action.
Because it's like, hey man, I ate today. Oh, well, what else did you do? I drank. Okay, well, what else did you do? I put my dick in something. Okay, congratulations. You're a fucking being.
You have to understand how women really do it. Women actually promote their sexual actions or whatever the fuck. They promote it really highly to the male to say, "Oh, make you feel this great, I got the best shit out there, Well, for a reason. They do that for a goddamn reason. Like, I don't know why motherfuckers don't understand that shit. They're really selling themselves. That's really what they're doing. Understand just the whole basic transaction between males and women, and you understand why they're doing that. Why that is even that type of talking point for them. For guys, I don't even know why the fuck you even do. Why? Here's the thing.
Answer the question. As a peep game on this, let me know if you agree. Do you think they replaced, like, and we kind of talked about this before, like on mainstream television, especially like cable and shit, right? So they replaced like a whole bunch of nature shows. You remember all the nature shows when we were growing up? Like, they replaced all that shit with Ancient Aliens, about 1,000 different things on Hitler, because you can't get enough Hitler. I always got to put Hitler up in that motherfucker. Anyway, what else? Fucking Ancient Aliens, Hitler, and reality TV. They replaced all the nature shows with that bullshit. So nobody knows how fucking basic nature shit is. Like, oh shit, you're not a hero for doing stupid shit. Very natural, basic things. So now,
you are the recipient of the Darwin Award.
I mean, that's how we fucked up. Like, we think too much about Hitler aliens and BT-1000s yelling at each other. That's what we're thinking about all the time with fucking television.
That's really what it is. It's a devilish. Well, see, that's the thing. It is a distraction. See, some people have tried to point that out, but no one really listens to it when they say it. It literally is a distraction. While you're watching that, you're not thinking.
Yep. It is a distraction to keep you away from the grim reality that you only have two options. You can either walk away or die by the sword of the state.
Yep. Exactly how it works. And even then, they're gonna make it well, hopefully, like all of us will be dead by then. And then after that, the other dudes had to go through it, and it's like, man, that's fucked up, dog. It's like, hey, man, hey, I'm just being honest. Leave me alone. And so, because they're gonna make it to a point where just being a single male is gonna be so fucking painful that you gotta put a bitch in there. That's it. That's like I said, doubling down on gynocentrism. The benefit of the woman at basically the sacrifice of the male. Even though there's no fucking threat for the bitch.
Well,
in fact, the bitch is just a threat to herself. Let's be honest. Women are a threat to themselves.
Yeah. We are, however, giving the dudes useful information that can greatly minimize or get rid of any and all of the risks that they would be thinking of voluntarily taking on. Generation Z dudes, you need to listen to MGTOW loud and clear. Don't listen to the PUAs. Do not listen to the faggots telling you, it's okay to have relationships. No, you need to listen to the men who have been through hell and back. Listen, open your ears wide and clear. Generation Z males, there are many traps and snares waiting for you to walk into. You need to have the knowledge to avoid them. Otherwise, you're going to end up being another casualty by the state, another body for the funeral industry to make money off of.
Yep. A lot of guys don't get that. It's like, here's the thing. A lot of guys really don't understand. They are actually being hunted like a motherfucker. Some people, I don't know, still give me shit for what I would say. I don't give a fuck. You are actually being hunted. And they're so fucking dumb they can't see it. In their minds, I like going by the natural aspect. I don't know. It just makes more sense to me. Because if you pay attention, so the man is just going about his thing. Number one, he's already been basically mentally manipulated, psychologically fucked with. And then he's actually ignoring his own intuition because of all that conditioning and those instinctual drives. He won't listen to his own fucking intuition, his own brain, basically his own fucking thoughts. He won't listen to himself. In fact, they've made it so many people are trained to not just be with their own thoughts.
Yep. And it is a straight up game. I remember in school, I read a book that had a very similar game where this dude pretty much was on a remote island, and he had to run and go out into the forest and hide, for there was this wealthy eccentric dude looking for him to kill him, and he had to hide and he had to run and surprise the dude and kill him so that he may live. That is the kind of game that you males are living in. You better learn to hide. You better learn to sneak around. You better learn to be smart and be very well observant of your surroundings. Because if you don't, that government's going to walk up behind you and they're going to ram that dagger right in your fucking back.
Yes, that is very true. The whole thing about survival, when it comes down to it, a lot of people forget that besides an instinctual, it really goes down to thinking, the thinking in itself, the understanding of what's hunting you, how it's hunting you, the methods it will use, tactics you can use to avoid it safely, tactics you can use if you must engage, all that shit. Those apply a lot. And if you don't want to learn them, well, that's really on you. You want to cruise through on autopilot, well, then you're fucked up. Because a lot of people, like, again, they put on that veil. And I'm going to use this phrase because one of our buddies, his dad said that to him, that society is a thin veneer between nature. And it is, it is really. A lot of people put on that that little veil over their eyes, and they're, oh, it's all safe and great and blah blah blah. I'm like, shut the fuck up. That's not how it is. Start going look at some goddamn obituaries or some shit and see how people really died. You'll start finding out something real fucked up.
And man, and like for me, one thing I sincerely really learned about this whole dating thing, because I realized dating was a waste of time at the age of 14. And I feel like, man, this was some bullshit. The shit she was putting me through. I'm like, this ain't, man, she ain't worth the headache. She ain't worth the time. It's like, I realized at the age of 14, I realized dating is a waste of fucking time. It's like, and it's like, I look at guys, like, this is the problem I have with guys nowadays, like guys who just want to enter relationships. And I feel like I hate when guys use this shit. They be like, well, they turn 30, they turn 40. They be like, well, I don't want to die alone. I don't want to be alone for the rest of my life. I'm like, dude, you're going to die alone, man. It's like, it's everybody's nature, unless you die along with you. But like, dude, it's like being alone is not a bad thing. Like, you know, like you're going to be alone when you go out. So it's like, you learn to be at peace with yourself. And that's why I always tell people all the time, like being a loner, like learn to be by yourself. Like you learn to be by yourself. You're more in tune with yourself versus a guy that's in a relationship and he got a girlfriend around him always, because he got a girlfriend around him to validate, for him trying to see their girl validate, seek his girlfriend validation. Like for me, I don't need woman validation. I don't. It's like one of those things where it's like, I don't give a fuck about relationships. I can give two fucks about it. But like I said before, man, if you're doing, you want to jump through the ring and you want to get thrown through that shit and keep passing these fucked up laws and bills and stuff, go ahead, man. Look, you want to shoot yourself in the head, go ahead, man. But I'm gonna say those that want to save themselves. Like you modify, I'm really does to me. It's like y'all better be listening. Y'all be listening. See, people that want to talk shit about MGTOW, we're gonna be right. Give it next year, give it a couple years. We're gonna be 100% right, and everything we done said is gonna be coming. It's damn near coming to truth. It's coming to light now, but we're gonna be right down the road. And I'm not like, well, goddamn, let me tell you guys the future. I'm like, and it took you to go through it took you to actually go through it for you to realize that you could avoid this altogether. You know.
Well, some men are very good at understanding, and some are just don't give a fuck because they're more worried about pleasure. You know, those feel good highs. They're more worried about that.
Yep.
They're still also the whole
Chasing
social
that
pushing.
oxytocin.
Yep, and also the whole social pushing towards them, and they're wanting that acceptance status and all those things to basically get that approval and tap on the head of a good boy. They're really still worried about that. My thing is, the moment you stop giving a flying fuck, believe me, you end up really just not giving a flying fuck what they think of you. You're like, well, don't give a shit. That don't affect me in any way possible. I'm sorry, still going to work, still alive. All right. What? But they think this about you. And I don't get it. What happened? Nothing happened. It's weird. Nothing fucking happened. So maybe it means that their thoughts don't mean fucking shit. Huh. Weird how that works. But yet so many males have fucking bitch brain. Well, oh no, I gotta be the most popular, so I gotta do this. Like, shut the fuck up. No, you don't. That's not even a thing.
And that's why, like, for me, like, there's some MGTOW channels who advocate pump and dump. I don't even advocate that shit, because that's some dangerous shit you're going into. Like, you gotta do female emotions attachment, and she gonna feel like she feel like because she gave you the pussy that you obligated to provide for her and all that stuff. And no, man, fuck that shit, man. I ain't got time for that silly shit in the game you playing. I ain't got time for that silly shit, dude.
Oh,
And it all ties into that hedonism thing. When you look at just the definition, you think, okay, that may be good. But when you look at the actual reality, it is a cult of adrenaline junkies crawling around, dehydrated, looking for that next needle of oxytocin to ram into their veins so that they can just kick back and see all the pretty colors and hallucinations from that drug. It's a group of sick people chasing highs. It's very sad.
Yeah, man. And what pisses me off even more, what pisses me off the fuck even more is like there's dudes who take pride in their dick game. Oh, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, dude, like you bet that like I said, as long as you got breath in your body, You sticking your dick in the bitch, you ain't doing nothing no different, man. No other dudes do it. I'm like, and treat it as a sport, like they dunking a basketball or they actually doing something athletic. I'm like, all you doing is thrusting in the chick, like MA was saying, like, dude, it's like you ain't doing nothing special, like, dude, like you just fucking a chick. Once you get done busting your nut, that's it. Nothing else from it. You going whatever you was doing before you were fucking. What it was like, dude, was like, and that's what I'm saying. For me, I feel like I'm so glad I'm no longer that blue pill motherfucker that feel like, man, I gotta fuck these chicks and whatever so on. So I'm like, dude, I'm so fucking glad I'm not none of that dude anymore. Like I'm so focused on me, my health, and me achieving the things I want out of life, and me sticking my dick in the bitch is not part of my main goal. Like that shit. Matter of fact, I can give a fuck about it personally, you know.
Yeah. My bad. I just got off work.
I know.
And so
You have an echo.
I think it's gone already. Yeah. So the whole thing about how this all works is because you have to understand a lot of guys at MGTOW and shit forget that a lot of shit we talked about and how in depth we go into it, and a lot of the understandings that we come to have, they are not mainstream. They're not. See, that's why a lot of guys are like, it needs to be mainstream. It needs to be mainstream. And I'm like, yeah, have fun with that. Look at the micro of just our little. I'm going to call it little because it's not big when you pay attention to the population. If you notice that we even still have times where there's a guy who he has MGTOW on his name and he doesn't understand a fucking thing. This fucker doesn't even really understand at all. In fact, he thinks this is just about bitching about bitches. He doesn't see it for what it really is.
Yeah.
And so then blast that up to the macro on an unmanageable or unteachable level. And you'll start noticing it won't even mean what it's supposed to mean. It won't even be a thing that it's supposed to be. And of course, that's how it always will be. People will always steer something towards what they perceive as the benefit that they want out of it. And that is all like just for the easiest reference, just say politics. Fuck it, politicians do it all the goddamn time. Like with the whole domestic violence thing, they basically try to put it as, it's a new law to protect domestic violence receivers or victims. And I'm looking like that's not actually what it is. It's actually a new law for more punishments on domestic violence. What's the word? Why can't I think of that fucking word? Domestic violence. Basically, anyone who's alleged of domestic violence. A new law, so basically anyone alleged of domestic violence has now a harsher punishment. That's it. That's all it really is. They're saying, no, it's for the victims. No, it's actually for the one perceived to be the perpetrator, and in a sense to strip them down of everything they have and siphon it through the courts to the alleged victim. That's really what it's coming down to. And in a sense, it's basically, well, see, that's the reason why they put that term separation in there. And somebody's like, well, it has to do with marriage. No, it doesn't. You live with a bitch, you ain't got no kids with her. She accused you of domestic violence. She now gets to go to the court, and now she gets to siphon money from you. And they said maintenance. And they also use maintenance with alimony. So in a sense, it's basically alimony, but you never got married. And their minds are like, yeah, this is fixing that low marriage rate bullshit.
No, the fuck it ain't.
And here's the thing. So now it's going to come to the point where a lot of guys don't even want to live with women at all. Some who were before, they're like, nope, I'm fucking done with that. Like, and I'm talking about super blue pill ass dudes. They're starting to start seeing that shit happening, and they're like, fuck this, I'm not doing that either. So now, like I said, it's like the end result is more bitches who got to work for themselves. They like literally have to work just to go ahead and keep themselves afloat. And that's more tax dollars, and it just, fuck the government, fuck all that shit. And Barbarossa called this shit a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
There's definitely going to be more of a societal divide. There's going to be two camps of people. There's going to be those that want to be left the fuck alone, and there's going to be the PUAs. There's going to be the thirsty guys that are aspiring to be that rock and roll shitbag sniffing lines of cocaine off a fat bitches' asses, looking around. Yep, that's going to be them.
And the thing is, if a lot of guys haven't noticed, see a lot
looking
of
to have sex with 3 different bitches suffering from erectile dysfunction. These dudes are aspiring to live a lifestyle that they will be long dead by age 50. It is a sad life that will leave you dead. That will lead to your organs shutting down on you from all of the drug usage. And that's what these PUAs, that's what these faggots like Raging Golden Faggot are aspiring to have. They want that life of complete chemical indulgence. It is a pathetic life that leads to absolutely nowhere. Nowhere.
Yeah. And see, a lot of guys don't understand one thing. That's why I keep talking about you need to have an understanding. See, they say, "Oh, shut up talking about the women." Well, number one, I'm a heterosexual man. I'm still attracted to women. I'm just not stupid. That's it. I'm just not fucking dumb. You tell me, hey, you do that shit, it's gonna fuck up your life. Well, I know I was dumb before. We all know that, but you know, once you actually get an understanding of it, it's like, well, I'm good. Actually, I'm good. You know, and it seems like everyone was lying to me before. Well, yeah, they were. Oh, so I got played. Well, yeah, that's exactly what happened. You were a mark. Oh, damn. So you gonna go be a mark again? Nah, I'm good. Actually, I don't want that. So that means all my shit. You don't have anything anymore. Actually, it's not yours. It's not yours at all. I don't know why you ever thought it was. The moment you were a mark, it was just a con job to get everything from you. Oh, shit. So they're just gonna try it again over and over again. Well, yeah, of course they are. And the reason why I did that little dumbass little spiel I just did is because you have to understand more and more women are getting desperate. They really are. You think I'm bullshitting? A lot of this whole bullshit that's going on, the independent woman and strong and da. Yeah, come on. Why do you think you got bitches coming out the woodworks like that? Independent woman shit is bullshit. All right, I need a man because they suffered and broke. Like number one, even the most lowest earning dude could still out fuck most women. He knows he could do that. That's the thing. Like, but the thing is, for a guy to live, it doesn't take much. Literally, a male can live off around. Yeah, a male by himself can live off of 30,000 and be perfectly happy. He'll be all right. He got that shit. But a woman, no, that is not enough. That's not a thing. So of course she needs her income combined with the males because maybe she's just incompetent or the bitch is just lazy. No, I mean, of course, I know somebody's out there with the not all right now. Like I'm looking up female CEOs right now to shut him up. I'm like, yeah, fuck you. We all know that's not the general bitch. That's not the majority of bitches. That ain't how it works. Don't fucking lie to me. The fuck. And so it's actually pretty hilarious because now all this shit that the bitches are all hooraying for and all that. See, there are certain bitches that, of course, it worked out perfectly fine. Other bitches, well, no. And that's why you like I talked about before, the rise of the old haggardly bitches. You're gonna see a lot more of that. Old haggardly ass bitches ain't married, ain't got no kids, none of that shit. Just out there, just mad, bitter as hell. And back when they was in their 20s, though, they was all for everything. I'm independent, I'm strong, all this shit, and they alone as fuck and they mad about it.
Well, I've been named for them.
Yeah.
The business of bitter bitches.
Yeah, so exactly. And so that's here's the thing. I know right now they're like, all right, you going into AM territory. It sounds like you just want to pwn bitches. All right, but no, I'm saying it for a reason. See, the reason why I'm pointing this out is because the desperation of women. Like anybody, well, I know y'all watched Tommy Sotomayor when he did that about that incident, where basically what was like that chick was only like what? How old was she? She was. Did she even break 18? Because I know the guy she did it to was 19. I don't even think she was like 18 years old. She was straight up knife point raped this nigga.
Are you talking about the light-skinned boy that was like 16 years old? That was on Maury, that was misled that the child was his, was told on Maury that the child wasn't his?
No. I'm talking about a woman actually at knife point raping a dude.
What? Damn.
And my thing is, sometimes like, well, see, that's just an isolated incident. That's another thing. Well, see, there was a time on my chats where I actually went through a thing pointing out situations where bitches straight up forcefully raped a nigga. There was one over in Africa where a car full of bitches grabbed up a dude. Each one of them took turns raping his ass and then dropped him out. Gunpoint. And somebody's like, well, what about the race of them? Shut up. That's not actually the point that you really need to think about. Because you look at sperm jacking, we've been talking about that for a long time. And all that shit. You have to understand, women don't actually, like all that work shit and everything, they don't want to fucking do that. They want a man to literally pay for their life.
Oh, believe me.
They just don't want...
even have, but believe me, they don't even have to sperm jack your ass to get money. There are bitches selling positive pregnancy tests, and all they would have to do is go over to the government, put your name down, and guess what? Your name is Mr. Bitches. You're going to be down to be paying tens of thousands of money to the government for benefits she's going to be taking advantage of. Just like what happened to that man Carnell Alexander in Detroit. Who can remember that?
Was that the guy where it's like 30,000 in debt and he's like, those aren't my kids, I never even live with the bitch and all that other shit?
Yep, she put his name down for benefits and he still had to pay.
Yeah, they're like, no, we want that money. See, the thing is, the government doesn't want to pay for these bitches. And they want their budget to be bigger. They're always going to want that to happen. So, and again, it's going to come on down to the average male just going about his daily life. It's always going to be that. So you're not going to pay for the bitch? Well, we don't want to pay for the bitch. So somebody's got to pay for this bitch. And after a while, they're just like, you know what? We'll just make all these dudes pay for the bitches.
I ain't paying that shit. Fuck that shit. I'm not paying.
Well, see, here's the thing. You don't have a choice. A lot of guys like, I got a choice. I'll do this. I'll do that. Go ahead. Have fun. See how it really works out. It's going to happen one way or another.
I don't advocate it. I'm not suggesting you do this, but hey, if you leave the country and go somewhere else where you cannot be found and tracked down, like Southeast Asia, I'd understand.
No, I wouldn't be mad at you.
I understand.
I really wouldn't care. Like once it really gets all that pressure really hits, and you're like, well, they don't give a fuck. They're trying to push me till I'm dead, and it's like, well, yeah, that's the whole goal. They don't give a fuck. May said it earlier. Yeah, they look at you as a robot. You're a machine. You are a utility. It's a real thing. A lot of guys don't get that. They're like, no, people care about me. I'm like, man, shut the fuck up. You don't know what it really is. You have no clue. You don't really see it for what it is. And the more and more that goes, one thing I'm going to find the funniest thing is because women have that thing where they think they can, basically, that it's one of those things where everybody simps so hard that they can just say whatever the fuck and no one will react because they want that vag. And the thing is, you're going to see more and more women be completely blatantly pieces of shit. Just blatant, right out there, tell you exactly what it is. That's going to happen more and more and more. In fact, Ben Regal mentioned that in a video that he posted today. Everybody make sure to check out that link. It's up above in the chat. If you
video from who?
Dan Regal. I said his name wrong. It's Dan Regal, not Ben Regal. Dan Regal. I'm going to post it again. Wait, I got to find it.
So, yeah, man. I mean, for me, dude, it's like, man, I need to get the fuck out of Dodge, man. You better just duck and hide, man. Get the fuck out of Dodge. Do what you can, do what you as a can, because it's getting worse, man. It's already worse.
No, see, here's the thing. See, like I said about the whole accelerant thing of Trump and this bullshit and exactly what's going on, the feminism and traditionalism battling it out. And you got to remember, they're really just the same. They're really just two sides of one coin. They're after the same thing. They just want different methods about it. One basically wants protection, provision of women through the male not even being around. So basically, they just have freedom, can run all over every fucking body. The other wants protection and provision of women so the family as a unit can be a thing. And you start noticing within that goal that you really have set yourself up for failure in both ways, because each one of those are extremely gynocentric as fuck. Because if you notice in either one of those statements, there was nothing about males that had to, not even brought up. Didn't need to be brought up because they don't give a fuck. See, the protection provision part, where does that come from? Well, that comes from men. And I know somebody's like, well, what about the government? Well, yeah, I mean the collection of males. Well, that doesn't mean any fucking thing because it's a collection of males and women who are still going on the path for the protection provision of women and also more reproduction, which basically in some disconnected fucking way, they're like, yeah, if we want more babies, we just got to make bitches happier. But the thing is, women will never be happy. They don't give a fuck. There's nothing sitting there. Here's the thing. Women talk about what they want without understanding what they need. See, that's the reason why they talk about women were more happier before, because as far as responsibility and shit like that, it wasn't a thing. In fact, everything always fell on the man. Well, it still does, but in a different way. And so for them, one of the best things was, you know, I don't got to do shit. I can sit at home and act like my job is hard as fuck. And this motherfucker goes out and works to death. That's the best thing in the world. It's fucking, I love it. He stays out my way. I come home. I kick this motherfucker out into like a basement or something. And then me and the bitches, we sit around and eat, like drink tea and eat biscuits and shit. And so then, well, because I'm talking about the 1950s, of course, and all that bullshit. And they're like, well, a lot of men were dying around then. Yeah, of course. We're always dying, man. It's a thing. Just nobody really gives a fuck about it. And so a lot of people think it's different now. Like, yeah, men are dying at this rate. Well, no, look at the stats. You'll find out it's always been the same. The male disposability is a real thing. It's a real fucked up thing. And no one gives a fuck because as long as the bitches are right. That's why I like using that analogy when I talk about them looking around. And I'm talking about a species and the instinctual drive for reproduction and basically to keep the species going on. They look around, they say, oh, look at all these babies. I see a woman with a baby there. We'll see a woman with a baby there. That woman's got kids. Everything's fine. And the guys are sitting there dropping like fucking flies. And they're like, no, we're doing it right. We're doing it right. Because they look at males as a machine that can basically be controlled. See, when they talk about the population and how easy it is to manipulate and all that shit, well, see, one of the things they love is to put it in the bitch's brain and then she spreads it to the male. And so the male, he, of course, is going to behest because he wants access to that vag. And also he wants to be seen as socially correct and have that female validation be put right on that he's a good boy and he's a good man and all this and that comforting. Of the because you know the fear of death and all that other shit, and so the man feels alone, which he knows he really is. Part of me knows he's alive, just by himself. That's it, and that is real fucked up. Now he's got to go ahead and toughen up and grit up. Some guys don't do it. Some of them can't mentally get there. Some of them can't spiritually get there. Whichever way you want to put it, they can't. They're still weak. They're still longing for their mother, and so. You see them try to find that in the external validation of the female, especially the reproduction, make them feel comforted, nurtured, cared for, thinking that they sit there and put that mask on and act like unconditional love is a thing for a while, when in reality they know it's not. That's not even how it works. Yes, and so you see more and more of how this is playing out. And you see these guys, really the ones in power, what they're doing is just giving in to the women, giving in constantly because their mind is still on us. Even when they put it in the sense of someone who's like, I'm leading the species, my decisions matter. And it's like, well, we need to make sure the population is up, so we need to make sure them bitches is happy. What? The women aren't fucking. Well, we need to make sure we do something about that and make them more happier. What? The guys aren't fucking. Well, we need to make sure that we shame and punish these motherfuckers back in line because fuck all that.
And that's the thing that fucking pissed me off with society. It's like, you see marriage rate declining. They be like, well, men need to man up nowadays and they put down a controller and they need to work up, they need to man up and take care of their kids to be men and get married and all stuff like that. I'm like, yeah, like why you gotta blame us? Don't blame us, blame the fucked up laws and the fucked up divorces that ruin men's lives. Like, instead of blaming us, how about you fix the fucking problem instead of blaming us for it? It's like, that's my problem for me. And that's
y'all niggas just don't listen. I've said it before. Males are the front of the species. We're the reason why the species even a thing. So in a sense, that means you're the authority figures, right? So that means, how can the dependents be responsible for what the authority is not or is doing? That's not a thing. If your kid goes out and does some fucked up shit, well, you see, you're responsible. Why didn't you teach that kid better? You should have kept him in line. How did you raise it?
I mean, yeah, it's It's one of those things. It's one of those things where it's like people.
It's basically like this: a woman can sit there and push over a fucking vase, and then everyone in the room looks at the fucking husband and says, "Why the fuck did you let her do that?" And the guy's just looking back like, "I can't control this bitch. I'll go to jail, or she'll take all my shit." And wait, why are you motherfuckers looking at me? Y'all make it so this shit can happen. Fuck y'all. I'm out of this shit. Bitch, divorce me.
That's the thing that pisses me off. They be like, you see women do crazy shit. Well, why would you allow it? I'm like, you make it hard. You make it hard for men to. You make it hard for to
I'll put it like this. A lot of men need to understand one thing. Like I really am an angry motherfucker, but a lot of things I don't say because it won't be productive in a lot of conversations. But when y'all look out and y'all see all these motherfuckers, these blue pill motherfuckers going happy along being dumb as shit, you have to sit there and think, you're part of the problem. Yeah. You're literally a part of the fucking problem. You're the reason why the shit's so fucking bad. And they're just sitting there, toodaloo, I'm doing what's right. I got a pat on the head. Fuck you.
Yep.
But yet, we'll get all the fucking blame, though. It's literally a society, a species that's eating itself. That is literally where this is going. It is not fucking good. All this is fucking bad. And the ones would sit and say, hey, whoa, why are we devouring ourselves? They basically say, well, get that motherfucker right there.
Yep. Loyalty and camaraderie, they are in extreme rarity. Nah, this is the age of people cannibalizing each other. People may not be honest, but the reality is that it is a dog eat world out there.
Yep.
People are getting ripped apart. People are getting torn to shreds. People are attacking each other's characters, undercutting each other in business deals.
Here's the way, imagine it like this. So a guy is walking down the street, he pops another guy in the dome, and then all of a sudden a piano drops on him, and you look up, and it's some bitch smiling, and behind her there's a bitch who knifes her right in the fucking back, and behind her there's a dude who pops her in the fucking dome, and behind her there's, again, just the endless cycle of that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just do it as a mental exercise. Just place yourself imaginally and just like you're just zooming through all that, just watching all that, and then bam, humans. Like I say, exploitation in nature is a natural thing. Does that saying that it's right? No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that it's a thing, though. Are we doing that? Yeah, highly. Do people find ways to try to justify it? Of course, they always do. Shit, even pedophiles justify themselves. They even try to make groups and shit.
Yeah. I mean,
so you start noticing people are shit. No, I'm not saying that all people are fucking horrible. No, there's some people who really and truly they sit there and they look at, other human beings and like, I actually give a fuck. I want something to be better. Then there's others that are like, well, I'm just out for numero uno. See, that's a mentality they've been spreading around for, I think, like the last 10 years. Is that self-serving mental bullshit. And it's complete garbage. Yeah. Because in reality, that's not how it works. See, like the whole zombie thing, how that's been such an epidemic with the whole zombie movies, all that shit. And it's for a reason. You have to understand the human psychology when it comes down to that overwhelming force. I've talked about this before. And that's a real thing. Like if it's you and then there's 1,000 motherfuckers at you. It's you and you feel like everyone is trying to fucking destroy you. And it's just you, that's one tiny little human. And all these fucking 6 billion just want you dead. Well, you're at their mercy. There's nothing you can do. And so to understand that, and that's why a lot of the social things that are going on right now, trends, all that bullshit, you start getting a good grasp of how sick our species is starting to become mentally.
It's like, when I look at these dumbass when I look at these dumbass entertainers like I think Drake got some points that knocked up. I'm like, Drake, what the fuck are you on, man? God damn, you on some bullshit, dude. Like, really, dude.
And guess what? This is right after a bitch was already trying to get money from him as she was going on like a world tour saying she was supposedly knocked up by Drake. And now there's another bitch wanting to get a piece of what's in his pockets.
I've said this
But you know
before.
what?
Oh, go ahead.
But you know what? Drake doesn't care. He will repeat the same mistakes over and over again. Insanity. Because he is a fucking simp. And his legs will melt and he will get on his knees for the first big fat ass, big perky titty bitch he sees. Because he's a simp.
Yep.
He too
It's like, you know, I can't
chasing
even
those
say,
chemical
like,
highs.
be honest with you, I stopped listening to Drake. I stopped listening to Drake when he was sipping from Rihanna and shit. I'm like, dude, you sipping for a hoe that don't even want you, dude. What the fuck is wrong with you, dude? Move the fuck on already. God damn. And plus Rihanna's a hoe anyway. Like, I mean, why you sipping for this chick? Like, who gives a fuck, man? God damn it, man. Make music. What the fuck? Like, it's like, and I stopped listening to that dude because it's like, dude, what the fuck are you on? And this one was a blue pill dude. It's like, I'm like, dude, she don't give a fuck about you, dude. She treats you like crap. You still fucking take that abuse. I'm like, you want to take that abuse, man. That dude's a fucking simp, dude. It's like, I can't even listen to music the same no more because all these rappers full of shit. Like, god damn it, man. What the fuck is going on? These dudes be on, man.
And you want to know something interesting though? Look at who buys Drake's music. Look at the vast majority of his followers. It's a bunch of bitches. The minority of his followers are actual dudes. Dudes like me, I haven't been consistently listening to Drake since what, 2011? Most dudes don't even follow Drake and his music like that. It is mainly and primarily bitches.
Yeah. He lost me, man. He just like, dude, it's like you just it's just funny. I'm like, dude, you got a porn star knocked up. She already trying to get money out your dumb ass anyway, and you did it anyway. I'm like, you know what? You just gotta learn the hard way, dude. It's like I just can't respect you no more. That's fucking ridiculous, man. For real. That's fucking ridiculous.
And he was snitching on himself in a song too.
I'm just saying, dude. It's like when it's like when you take that red pill, you start to see the world for how fucked up it is, man. You start to see the world for how really fucked up it is. Like, man, it's utter ridiculous, man. Utter fucking ridiculous, dude. It's like, damn, dude. It's like these rappers don't learn nothing. I'm like, I would think you know these bitches out to get you, and you still do this shit anyway. Like, stay free mentality. These dudes, I guess these guys feel like they feel like they got money, so they're above it all. Like, you ain't above it all, dude. You the main dudes they trying to trap, and you falling into the shit. You dumb.
A lot of people, I want them to actually sit themselves back and think about it. So no matter how successful or unsuccessful you are, no matter what place you are in life, will this bullet hurt you? Will this sharp piece of metal, will it penetrate your skin? Will if you're strangled, will you be basically asphyxiated? Will that cut off your airways? Well, yeah, then you're human.
You know who else had money? Robin Williams, Phil Collins. And look at what's happening with Phil Collins now.
They don't understand it because they can't get it, because part of the dominance instinct is that whole thing. And see, they play on the dominance instinct for the male psychology on purpose. They make it feel like you're a winner, you're an alpha, you're just laying your seed everywhere. And yeah, of course they play on that. Any smart, older, wise dude, I've heard him say that before, like, that's not what it's all about. You think you're a man because of that? That don't mean nothing. And they were trying to tell something, but they stopped. They shut that message off at a certain point. We don't get to talk to dudes like that anymore. No, what we get to talk is to basically their sons who are like, oh, that's bullshit. That's what we're talking to. And the thing is, those guys had a point. There's something they saw. They realized, like, this is bullshit right here. And that's where the whole integrity, morality, all that shit, really, they were trying to say that it's about you actually being a decent human being. That's more important. And also, dominance aspect, number one, just because you have an instinctual drive to bang as many bitches as possible doesn't mean once you're going in that drive, that's the only thing. That's it. There's not this only thing that is to life. And they were trying to point that out. Think about a lot of these old dudes who've been through all this shit. They're in the years, and at this point now they're like, all right, been through all that, and they think about it, because you know where everybody's at, they're gone. There's no one around. They got all their money, they got all their shit, and they're just waiting for the time to go out. And so they find time within their own hobbies, with their own things. They find time within themselves. A lot of the friends have died out, all that shit. So they find times within themselves. And they see it for what the fuck it really is. And they don't even have to say a lot because it's the same thing that sometimes when I talk to certain people. My mind is blaring mad because I'm noticing immediately they don't get what I'm saying. They don't get it. In fact, it's almost like they couldn't get it. Like it's just not there for them.
Also, another man that had money was Dave Foley. And look at what happened to him. He had to flee Canada and go to America because child support was about to make him go to jail because he could not pay for all that shit.
Yep. And also, they don't give a fuck about you. Like, let's say something happens to you and you're not earning as much anymore. They'll say, well, you have the earning potential. That's actually a real thing. Go ahead and look at the laws. It's real. It's actually in that word. It's literally in that phrasing, earning potential. And then they're saying, well, no, you can make more. And you got to think for a lot of these athletes and celebrities, well, I look at that and I'm like, no, they can't. They can't earn that shit anymore. Those niggas ain't in their heyday. They can't do that.
Well, even though you're old and even though you may have gone through several surgeries and you're barely able to stand, you're still alive, which means you still have the potential to make more money. So we're going to still stick you up for some money.
Yeah, that's literally how it goes.
And you know what, dumb? You know the dumbest athlete in the world, and I would never understand this mentality. Antonio Cromartie, he used to play for the Jets. Antonio Cromartie, I think he's played for the Jets. He had 8 kids by 8 different women. I said, dude, and they had different. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you, dude? That's some dysfunctional ass behavior, dude. And it's like, maybe it's me. Dude, it's like I can't imagine how many. Like, I'm pretty sure he's not making the money he was making when he first came out in the league. But you got 8 kids by 8 different women, dude. Like, you know how much child support a man paying right now? That is utter ridiculous. Like, that's utter ridiculous.
You have to understand they don't care.
They sure don't, because
a lot of guys don't get it when I say this. You are not human. They don't understand what I'm saying. See, through their perspective, you are not human. M.A. was right what he said earlier. You are literally a robot. You are actually machinery. That's how it really works for them. You are machinery.
Yep.
You are basically a means to an end. A source of a goal being had. That's how it works. A lot of guys like, well, no, she said she loved me. Well, duh, motherfucker. See, nature is a real fucked up thing. There's a reason why the man gets all those chemical highs and all that shit, that if he doesn't self-discipline himself, he falls into what we call simping, which is really a state that is a fucking epidemic within our species now as of males, because no one's actually been around to go ahead and let them know that self-discipline is a real thing that needs to be had. You to actually be a functioning male, you do need to discipline yourself on not falling into those dumbass behaviors that will destroy your fucking life. Nope. They said, yeah, fuck that. That's not profitable. Think about it when you look at a lot of shit and you think about what's depicted on TV and shit like that now versus what was depicted a long ass time ago. You saw these men with morals, honor, integrity, all that shit. They didn't fuck around. They wanted to get shit done and move on. They weren't they were susceptible to a lot of the bullshit because they actually had a standing of self-worth. That all that shit everyone else talking about, nah, that's not important. What's important is what I need to get done. There were guys who had goals. They actually had purpose in their life of what they wanted to do for themselves. Or even if they were some virtuous motherfucker who just wanted to help other people. He still had a standing, and he wasn't going to compromise that shit for anything. Now the new coolest thing is to have no standing at all. You don't stand for anything. To stand for something is stupid. What? Why would you stand for something? What? Oh, you only stand for something because you don't get pussy. That's it. That's how it goes.
I fucking hate that mindset, dude. It's like, man, you just Muslim, man, you don't get no pussy, you a chump ass nigga. I'm like, man, fuck you, dude. Like, fuck you and your blue pill mindset, dude. It's like, I hate that motherfucking mindset, dude. It's like,
you're not getting ass, bruh. You spanking. Hey, bro, you spanking. You mean to tell me you not getting any ass? Shut the fuck up, you retard.
And this is what I talked about a long time ago with MGTOW, Indian, and I think Adam was there too. Is the whole aspect of now, women don't have to do the shaming anymore. Women don't have to police men like they probably used to all the goddamn time. Because guess what? The men we're policing ourselves. That feminine mindset has been passed on so harshly. The men are now doing it to each other at an extremely high rate all the goddamn time. So yeah, guess what? That's why they're sitting back like, we ain't got to do shit. These motherfuckers gonna pay for everything, and I ain't got to do nothing. Oh, fuck all that. So yeah, a lot of guys they don't get it. I keep trying to point it out, but some guys don't see it. They're like, all these women and blah blah. This bitch just made a response video to MGTOW. It's a problem. I'm like, no, it's not. It really isn't. No one gives a fuck about what the bitch got to say. In fact, they just expose a lot of dudes who still have that simp feminine mentality. Now, when you see these guys that come in pretending and all that shit with the little agendas they have, that's when you start really getting what I'm trying to say. That it's actually the guys who will be the issue. No one gives a woman could be sitting there saying, that's why I keep using the fucking analogy. You take a man and a woman, put them in the woods. And the woman says, you're going to do this now. And the man says, I don't give a fuck. What's she going to do? Nothing. You see that dumbass look come on her face. And then the guy just gets to walk the fuck away. That's it. He doesn't have to care. Now you go ahead and blast that up to society. And you notice that situation is a no fucking go. The woman looks around. She says, oh, well, my 24/7 simp bodyguard army is around. And of course, other bitches that jeer on my actions because they want to do this same shit too. And the guy says, well, no, I'm not doing it. She starts attacking him. He pushes her off. And then white knights just come in to save the day. And all the women are like, yeah, because that motherfucker. Boom. Because they don't want that behavior being displayed of basically defiant to what the woman wishes. Because in their minds, they're entitled to your utility, your subservience, and any materials or resources you have. Because, vagina. Because they have the babies. That's it. They probably turned that shit from birth. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's so ridiculous, man. I think that for me is like, I don't engage at all, man. I don't engage at all, and it's if you choose to engage in it, I mean, that's your choice. But I don't engage at all. A lot of guys don't get it.
I talked about this before. Play stupid. I play dumb all the time. I even have a dumb guy laugh. I literally made up a dumb guy laugh on purpose. Play dumb, all this shit. I like just play the game for what it is. Because like I talked about this before, and I don't know if anybody caught it when I was talking about the perception of archetypes and the response upon that through what will be the manipulation of the knowing of what such archetypes and what is their driving thing. Play on it. You have to understand they play you all the goddamn time on purpose. Like that is their main skill set, is the chemical and mental manipulation of the male to get him to be in a subservient mode or somewhat of attachment to the feminine to go ahead and give in all resources and utility and protection. That is a real thing. Now, if someone's sitting there like, well, number one, manipulation is a bitch thing, I'm saying number two, you're full of fucking shit. And you know you are. Because that's not how it works. That's actually fucking nature. Men do it too. It's also a survival aspect. Deception is something that human beings actually learn from when they're a fucking infant. Yep. And I'm going to ask them, well, go ahead and try again. Because what they did was some bitch shit themselves. Now, a lot of guys don't want to. They're like, but I don't know how. Yeah, you do. You know how to read people. You know exactly when you listen to a conversation where someone is twisting it. You get that little spark. It happens in a moment. You're like, wait, what are you doing? Well, pay attention to exactly what they're doing. Look at the person's motives. Look at what they can gain from you falling for their shit. And you start to see what it really is. You start to see them for exactly what they're seeing you for. And especially the aspect, or basically the vector they're coming at you.
Yep.
It's time for MGTOW to stop bullshitting around.
You gotta, I mean, but like I said before, man, it's for me. I'm not worried about it because I just avoid women like the plague, man. I see them out in public. I keep my blue pill face on, but deep down in reality, I just want to just like leave me the fuck alone, man. I just want to be left the fuck alone. I mean, and it's like, dude, like I just don't. For me, it's just like I don't engage at all. It's like just talking to a bitch is fucking dangerous nowadays. I mean, it's like. Why even fucking engage? Why even engage in that shit? You can't even say how.
Sometimes you're gonna have to deal with them, and you got to remember when I talk about being a hunter, they're gonna try to manipulate the situation to the point where you basically are stuck believing you need to deal with them. And in fact, in some situations, they'll make it so you have to, because there's something they want. It's called Briefolk's Law. There's a reason why it is a thing. Because here's the thing. Like I said, women love to indirectly collect resources through men, and the society that we live in, basically other humans, have made it to a point. Well, I'm going to say other men, because they're the ones who really spearhead that shit, to the point where the woman basically has the legal authority over the man, and everything in society works towards abstracting those resources and giving her that indirect motherfucking support for her existence. So because in the mindset of basically of human beings, it's so she can actually keep going on fucking making more people. We're basically paying the baby factories just to be baby factories. That's it. It's all that's happening. We're literally paying them. This is gynocentrism here. We're literally destroying the males for the woman because we're looking at it as a life versus life thing. Well, what does his life matter versus this that could mean multiple lives? One life, many lives. I'm using two hands as an example. That's why when I say one life, I'm holding my left. Many lives, I'm holding out my right. The left is the man. The right is the woman. That's how it's perceived. That's how it's thought out. Maybe subconsciously or consciously, I'm not really sure. But that's what I'm seeing.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is, man. And I just like, for me, I'm calmed down now from reading that bullshit law that Oklahoma he passed for November. But it's like, to me, dude, it's like for you guys out there, man, just avoid these bitches. I mean, you can't avoid them. You never avoid them, but you know what I'm saying? Just avoid them like the plague, and just try to be the best person you can be, and just focus on you. Because like, dude, the more you try to live your life and normal, the more they're gonna make it harder for you as a male to coexist in this unit, coexist against these biased laws. I mean, that's what it is, man. And I really want guys to understand, like, that what this stream was about, man. I'm about to at the clock in the stream, but you know, it was a good discussion with you guys. I might do another stream tomorrow or something like that, so whatever. But Stay Frequency, you still there? Oh, whatever. Yeah, this guy, I'm finna end the stream, guys. It was a good stream. It was good streams, guys. Peace and love. Out.